Alright, it's been 24 hours since I had my dentures. And this is probably one of the first actually real things I cooked. I'll put some eggs, some noodles, and my bottom denture falls out a lot when I'm chewing from one side to the other. I mean, it's a little difficult eating, as you can see, but it's possible. Just one side, if I chew on this side, my bottom denture stays on. But if I chew on this side pops off. Because the bottom denture, the little flab part on the bottom is a little bit longer than this left side. So it's easier for this left side to pop up when I'm chewing on this side. But when I'm chewing on this side, this one's longer, so it doesn't pop up as much. I am still having problems with speaking. I went to the dentist a little bit ago for my 24-hour checkup. All he did was sand down the top part of my denture here and here, as I bit down, it kind of went up a little bit too high in my jaw, which was kind of hurting me. And he sanded down the back part a little bit. As I bit down, it went down a little bit too far, as that was hurting me too. So I have a follow-up appointment within like a week, and I asked him about soft relines and things like that as the weeks to come, and he said hopefully we won't need to do anything like that. He said my top denture looks like it's in there pretty good, so I have a lot of suction, and he said hopefully the 6 months will pass by pretty quick, where I get my permanent dentures. So if I can avoid any soft relines from the dentist's office, that would be great. But I do have other products that I did buy. I bought some denture fit, so within a month from now, when my gums kind of heal up a little bit better, I'll probably put the denture fit on there and just ride out with the denture fit until my 6 months, instead of going back to the dentist's office and buying the relines. I'll just go back for my checkup. They prefer me not to put in my own reline. They said they want to do their own relines, probably because so not only they can get paid, but they didn't want me messing up my denture trying to do it. But I did watch how he sanded down my denture. It looked really, really easy. All he did was take a file and file down the edges. So it's like something you probably can do at home yourself. Just slowly at a time. Don't go at it too crazy, it looks like. My battery died. I had to plug it back up. So I was talking about them sanding down my denture. It looked like they used like a little dermal. They just sanded down the top. And like I was saying, it looked pretty easy. But I don't know if I ever tried to attempt that. I don't know. I might probably. All depends. So it's been 24 hours. I'm not quite bleeding as bad, but I did bleed a lot. Like 8 hours straight. They tell you not to spit, but I couldn't help spitting. All I could do was spit out blood and spit, because I didn't want to swallow the blood, because every time I swallowed the blood, it upset my stomach, like if I was hungry. So I just rinsed my mouth out a lot. I did all the stuff they told you not to do, like swish your mouth around and spit. So hopefully I don't get any dry sockets. But what I'm going to talk about right now, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you my story. So when I went into the dentist's office yesterday, they shot me up with some Novocaine in the roof of your mouth, and the shots that they give you, they do hurt really bad. I don't say it hurts so bad that you can't stand it, but they do hurt at the time of giving it to you, and your face gets really numb. my whole bottom jaw felt like a rock. I couldn't even feel my face anymore.
Look, I can't open it.
Alright, ask Sissy.
I can't.
Give me 1 second. So, I think he gave me like 3 or 4 shots in the roof of my mouth. He started off with the bottom. I think he gave me like 2 here, maybe, and maybe a couple here and there. So he numbed up my bottom, and then he numbs up the top of your roof, and then the last thing they do is shoot these like 3 or 4 shots in the roof of your mouth. And as soon as he shot the shots in my mouth, at first I had monoxide gas, and it was making me dizzy at first, so I took it off, and I was like, don't charge him for it if he's not going to use it. Just like 2 or 3 minutes after him shooting me up, he walked away to let my face numb up. And I don't know if I was just scared or nervous, but my whole left arm and right arm was numb and tingly. Not super numb, but they were numb and tingly. And they tingled like if they were losing, if you fall asleep on your arm and your arm feels really tingly. Both my arms felt like that. And they went on to tingle like that for like 15 minutes. And then all of a sudden, I had a knot in my stomach. My stomach started having a knot in it. So I'm sitting there with my arms tingling, my stomach started hurting. And I can't feel my face. So I started screaming for the doctor, hey doc, come here. And he's like, calm down dude, you're just freaking out. That's all it is. I said, is this supposed to be normal? The guy, he said, yeah. The lady said, no, it's not supposed to be normal. But he was just talking me through it. So, and I was like, give me the nitrous. So he gave me the nitrous back on. And after breathing the nitrous for like maybe 6 minutes, the knot in my stomach that was hurting really bad, I was cramping, that went away. I still had numbness in my arms, they were still tingly. And he just started pulling out my teeth. As he's pulling it out, he's pulling out the top ones really fast. And the whole procedure probably took about 40 minutes to pull all my teeth out. But then all of a sudden my legs were shaking. They were trembling in the chair like I was shaking. And he's trying to pull my teeth out. My legs are just shaking like crazy. And he's like, are you just shaking your legs to entertain me or what? I said, I don't know why I'm shaking my legs, man. I guess I'm so nervous that my nerves in my body are just freaking out. So here I am. My legs are shaking. My arms are feeling numb and tingly. My whole face feels like a rock. He's ripping the teeth out of my mouth. I have these glasses on and this oxygen tank over. And he's talking to me, and all I do when I want to talk, I'm starting to talk to him as he's trying to work on my mouth. And all of a sudden I just started crying for a little bit. And I'm like, I don't even know why I'm crying. Then it went away. And I probably cried like 3 times. But like short periods, all of a sudden I got really emotional. About 15 minutes, I guess, into having a gas, the tingle feeling in my arms went away. And he went to go shoot me up with some more. He pulled me the bottom tooth and it hurt a little bit. And I told him don't put no more of that Novocaine in my mouth because my face was already feeling numb. Told him to close my eyes and he put the Novocaine in my mouth anyways. And when he pulled it out, some of the liquid went down my throat and I started freaking out, thinking my whole throat was going to go numb and I wasn't going to be able to breathe. I said, dude, you just dropped that stuff down my throat. And I'm like talking and Barry's talking. He's like, dude, you're going to be okay, man. It has to puncture you in your throat before it will numb you. I'm telling you. If you swallow it, it's not going to numb you. It actually has to be punctured into your body before it will activate. So I kind of calmed down on that. But as soon as I got mad, the shaking of my legs went away. So the shaking of my legs calmed down, and then the shaking came back and left for like the whole time, almost the whole procedure. Like 15 minutes into the procedure, my arms were like tingling numb. I started shaking. And I stopped shaking, and then I was shaking again. So it was probably one of the worstest things that I probably ever experienced. I had braces, I had teeth pulled out, I had a lot of dental work growing up. But I don't wish this upon anybody. So if you're going to get this done, don't go in there thinking that it's all going to be glory. Because when I woke up, I did not expect that. I did not expect for it to be so painful when they put the shots in there. I did not expect I was going to freak out. I did not expect my mouth, whole face to feel like a solid rock and I couldn't feel it. I did not expect my arms to be numb, and I did not expect my legs to be shaking and trembling. And I almost wanted to get up out of the chair and just leave, but I couldn't. I don't know if everybody goes through that experience, but that was what happened to me. It was pretty crazy. So the whole procedure probably took about less than an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. And so after they were done, he sewed my teeth. He sewed my gums up. He put stitches in the top and put stitches in the bottom. And he put the dentures in first to see if they fit, and he put it in the bottom. They fit. Then he sewed them up. Really nice. Slap the dentures on, take off the oxygen. It's all right, man. And he went on his way to clean up and do what he had to do. And I probably sat there in a chair for another 10 minutes because I couldn't get up. I was dizzy, lightheaded, and I didn't want to get up. I was actually still kind of like scared. Another thing, if you go, I drove there, and I actually drove home. But if you go get this done, don't drive home. I wouldn't suggest it, because I sat in the dentist's office like another 30 minutes into the next room, because they had to get out of that chair so I can clean it up. So I just hung around for another 30 minutes until I felt better, until I can actually stand up and walk around. So it took about 30 minutes. I walk outside, and I'm still walking around trying to shake it off. And my mouth is just bleeding. I got these galls in my mouth, and blood is just coming out. And people are looking at me all crazy. So I get in my car, and then I drive home. If I could, I would not have drove home. I probably would have somebody take you home. So thank God I made it home safe. Because I don't think it's a good idea to drive home after something like that. But like I said, I feel better, way better now. Like the pain's gone. I really don't have no pain or anything swelling. It's it's just soreness. My gums are really sore. I am taking antibiotics, some mouthwash they gave me, and they gave me some Vicodin painkillers. My bottom about fall out again on me. They pop out as I'm talking on you. And so I haven't really took a painkiller in probably since 6 o'clock this morning. I'm trying to hold off until I actually really need it. I have really high tolerance for pain. Soreness is not really pain. It's not like a tooth pain. I don't have no tooth pain. It's just sore. So sore gums is not really pain. It's just really sore. But I guess the Vicodin has like a sedative, whatnot in it to help down swelling, kind of like ibuprofen. I forget what it's called, what's in it, hydrocodone or something. So I mean, it's probably good to take that for like the swelling and stuff. But so much for pain. It's only been over 24 hours, so it's not much pain. It's just more soreness. So that's pretty much what happened. And now I'm just more trying to focus on learning how to talk and get used to these in my mouth. Tonight would be the first time I take them out. I slept with them in my mouth overnight. When you fall asleep, you forget they're even in your mouth, and then you wake up and they're in your mouth, and you're just kind of like spitting out the blood and stuff. Rinsing out my mouth. Or I just kind of like pour water into the sink and let it flow in my mouth and just let it just drain out as much as I could. But no one told me that I was going to bleed for like 6-8 hours straight. I was Googling people or texting people on YouTube on their channel who went through it, and they told me they bled for like 4 hours, and so at least I knew exactly how long it's going to take. But it took me probably about 4 hours. About 4 hours. The bleeding slowed down, but I still bled for a good 8 hours. Pretty solid. I was using a lot of paper napkins in my mouth, and then I got to where I just took the paper napkins out and I just clamped down on my dentures because they're kind of like a band-aid, like that, and I just held down on it for the pressure itself instead of using the blood gauze. And then I just kind of like went back to the sink for like the first 4 hours I used gauze, and then I just took it out and just clamped down for like the next 4 hours on and off, and using gauze in between. Then just rinsing my mouth out and hold it down, and it seemed to help. I still spit out blood, but it's just the saliva and the blood that's up there. I did take pictures of it this morning, so you are fixing to see the pictures here in a second of what it looks like me smiling without my teeth in. I look totally different. So I'm going to send a picture of me smiling without teeth. And then I also have pictures of what my gums look like 24 hours later as well. They're fixing to come up next. Alright, I'm going ahead and end this video right now, and I will have some more videos in a week or so and just let you know how everything's going. If I come across anything else in between, I will send another one before then. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.